What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video we're going to be breaking down the next menu in the tutorial list, which is going to be the view menu. Like I've been doing with all the other menus, I'm going to go through and explain what everything does and explain the sub options. Some things I'm not going to get too in depth with, but I'm going to give you pretty much the gist of some of them. The more important ones I think I'll get a little more in depth with. Real quick before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on them post notifications. Also comment down below with all your questions. I'll be sure to get back to as many as I can. And with that, let's get right into it. Alright, so proof setup, first thing. This is where you can check how your image will look on other color spaces and devices that are different from the current color profile and the image. There's a custom one you can click, and it opens up the customized proof condition, and it's got some options you can change. You can choose which device to simulate and the rendering intent, also some display options. Working CMYK, this is the color space that I'm in right now. There's also all these different ones right here. If you were in an RGB image, it would say RGB. Then you also have these. I'm not going to explain too much about these. They're just different ways to set up and view your color space. Proof colors. This allows you to simulate what your image would look like if interpreted directly in the color space that you set, rather than transformed using its profile and a device profile. Next, we got Gamut warning. When you click it, you see some of this stuff is grayed out. It shows you the colors that cannot convert to identical CMYK. After that, we got pixel aspect ratio. This is a fancy way of saying what is the length of one side of a pixel in relation to the other. If the ratio is 1:1, it means that each side of the pixel is the same length. In other words, it's a square. So you can see the different ratios: 0.91, 1.09, 1.33. These are just different ways to interpret the pixels. You also can set a custom one, delete one, or reset one. Pixel aspect ratio correction. This helps fix pixel aspect ratio distortions if you have any. 32-bit preview options is used for creating HDR images, which is high dynamic range images. Zoom in and zoom out, you know what those do. Fit on screen, it just fits it so you can see the entire image. Fit layers and fit artboards on screen, same thing, it just makes everything visible and shows it on your window here. 100%, 200%, these are zoom sizes. Print and actual size, this will show you exactly what it'll look like when you print it with whatever dimensions you have set for your canvas. Flip horizontal obviously flips it horizontal. Pattern preview, this shows a preview if you wanted to extrapolate something into a pattern. Screen mode, this just shows different layouts for your workspace. You can go standard or full screen like this with the menu bar, or you can have it in full screen mode and not see any of the settings and menus. I always leave it on standard screen mode because I like to have access to all my tools and stuff. Extras, if this has a check mark next to it, then you can come down to show, and it's going to show everything that you have checked on here. So if you wanted to see a grid, you can click it and you'll see the grid now. There's a lot of different extras you can choose from. I usually leave grid off. I have canvas, artboard guides, artboard names, smart guides. If you're working with slices, you want to turn this on. This also has a pixel grid. You got some 3D view options right here if you're working in 3D. Like I said before though, 3D is getting discontinued on Photoshop. So I'd recommend learning Adobe Dimension, and I'm going to be having videos for that later on in the channel, so look out for those. You also have mesh and edit pins. These are for things like puppet warp. You can also choose to show all of them or none of them, and it also has options that you can choose at the end of it. After that, we got rulers, and this is just a toggle to show them or not show them. I always have them shown. The rulers are on the side, you can see here, and on the top. And since my document's in pixels, this is in pixels. You can see how wide something is if you just hover over the edge of it. You know, it's just shy of 800 pixels wide. Then a really important thing is snap. If you don't have this checked, I recommend checking it. It just helps line things up easier. It snaps to the edge kind of like a magnet. Then if you have snap 2, these are the things that actually snap. You can have guides, grids, layers, slices, and artboard bounds. Next we got guides, and you can see a lot of them are grayed out. If you come hover over the ruler and you drag, click and drag and let go, you can create your own guides. Then when you click view guides, you have some more options pop up. But you can lock them, clear them, edit them, select them. You can add new ones here, add a new guide layout. You can also add guides from a shape. Alright, so last but not least, we got lock slices and clear slices. You have to make a slice with the slice tool first. Say we made this slice. Then we can lock it, which means you can't move it or do anything to it. Or you can unlock it and clear it, which is basically just deletes it. Alright everybody, so that's the view menu. Again, if you guys learned something on this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also like the video and comment down below. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm and getting these videos out there. I appreciate everybody that does it. Also put any questions down in the comment section. With all that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.